Now, in the Amazon alone, we are ripping down the size of 5 football fields every single week. Now, that has dire consequences. All the animals living there now, where are they going to live? Where are they going to get their food from?
Of course.
We are poisoning the sea. Yes? We're over farming, overfishing. Everything we're over consuming.
I hear that.
Yes? So how are we more intelligent than a species that's not doing that?
Content over everything. Local.
When I say different levels, the same way I have different sound is on different frequencies. Yeah, sound is on different frequencies, right? Right? Vibrations on different frequencies. Now, let me ask you this. Now, is a blue light stronger than a black light? Or are they the same?
It's supposed to be the same.
Exactly. They're just vibrating on different frequencies.
Yeah.
So when I'm talking about the intellect of a human being and the intellect of a bee, it's the same intellect on a different level of vibration, a different level of
Why did you
understanding.
compare the different scientists to the people that speak here?
I'm mocking. I'm only mocking.
Oh, right. No, but what I understand
know
from
who they
that
are.
is some of them are smarter than others.
Yes, that's
So
what
when it comes to life and the things we can create as humans compared to the beehive, so humans we've done so much in terms of science, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of just general adventure around the human globe. Like we've got to all sorts of corners in the earth. We've mined the deepest parts in Africa, for example. So how can that compare to restricted?
Okay, can I ask you one more question?
Basically, something like a spider's web. How does that compare to that?
Okay, I'm going to break it down. Okay, the atom bomb. Let's take an atom bomb. It takes a lot of intellect to make an atom bomb, isn't it? Yes? Yeah. But is it very wise? The good one. It takes a lot of intellect and know-how to build an atom bomb, a fighter jet. But is it very wise? Is it very wise? Exactly. Can you see? Exactly. So it's not very wise, isn't it? Yeah. So when you're talking about intellect, and then most people that are very intelligent, they're lacking in other areas. They're not smart in all areas of life.
And those who are,
I mean, most of the professors that taught me, they're only skilled in their one area. Say mathematics. If I took him and asked him something about history, he wouldn't have a clue.
Fair enough.
So does that make him unintelligent?
No, but
no,
him as
it's
a
only
human.
right. So I'm saying to you, intelligence and intellect is only specific or relative to the individual. It's not.
But as a
collective.
human race, I'm comparing a human to a spider.
But how?
I'm not comparing different.
Then we are. Hold on a second. Then we are.
That's what his argument was.
No, but hold on a second. But we are then the dumbest people here, aren't we? Because as human beings, we are the only ones who are concentrating on overconsumption and destruction of the very place they live in. No other animals doing that. Yes, they're living in harmony with their environment. The human beings are the only one out to destroy it.
Not
My
necessarily.
friend, look where you're standing now.
Yeah.
This was once a forest, Bottle Green. We just turned it into a parking lot.
Right.
Is that smart? Yeah, fossil fuels. Using fossil fuels to move around in a car. Is that very smart?
I disagree with environmental destruction. All right, let's get that out of the way. I'm trying to understand intellect and the way our brains work.
Okay,
right,
but like if you look at it,
sometimes we create bad things, but it still requires intellect.
but like if you look at it from the viewpoint of all the other species looking at us, they're thinking, why is that guy chopping down the tree?
Bro,
why is he chopping down
do
the
you
tree?
believe that those species are reflecting on what we're doing? Do you think there's a herd of lions out there right now who are like, look how humans have damaged this earth? Do you think this is
every single time? Listen, every single time that you see a stray fox running across the motorway, running across the road, the reason why he's doing that because that once wasn't a road.
He's
it
subject
was part
to
of his environment.
Yeah, so he's subject to the
Yes?
bad aspects of the
Now,
environment.
animals
So he
living
is-
in. Now, you imagine it. Now, in the Amazon alone, we are ripping down the size of 5 football fields every single week. Now, that has dire consequences. All the animals living there now, where are they going to live? Where are they going to get their food from?
Of course.
We are poisoning the sea. Yes? We're over farming, overfishing. Everything we're over consuming.
I hear that.
Yes?
Yeah,
So how are we
100%.
more intelligent than a species that's not doing that? that's living in
Because at the
harmony
end of the day,
with its environment.
whether the side effect is positive or negative, the result, the fact that we have a lot of like, basically, say for example, the utilization of petrol to run a motor vehicle, right? That's an innovation in technology.
that
In
innovation?
technology. Let me tell you something, man. Compared to where horses were, for a human need, right? We innovated for our own needs.
Okay, let's
And
think about a horse
we
then.
use-
A horse and a car. Let's think of a horse and a car. A horse, you feed it grass. The grass comes in the mouth that way, and manure comes out that way. Now we can recycle both. Yes. Now a car does what? It burns fossil fuel at a cost, and then pollutes the air. How is that more advanced than a horse?
Bro, you know what I'm trying to say
And then,
here? I'm not saying
furthermore, how many horses have killed people because on the road?
Let me tell you how it's more advanced from an intellectual perspective. It's more advanced because I'm trying to get from A to B. In fact, I'm trying to get from London to Istanbul, right? Am I going to get a horse?
Because why do you need to go to Istanbul if you're in London?
I'm giving you a reference.
but
Say,
why?
I'm from Egypt, right? I had to come here some way or the other. Right, I was bred here, but my parents, they came from Egypt, right, to London.
So how do you think the people in Africa, the original people in
If
Africa...
they had a horse or
No,
a
hold on
dolphin
second.
or anything,
How
right,
do you think,
how are
my
they going
friend,
to get here?
How do you think the
The
original
human
people...
intellect designed a process that feeds our needs. Do you understand?
Yeah, but your needs is based
no
on
other
consumption and
animal
greed.
can replicate that.
Yeah, no, but hold on a second. But your needs is based on consumption and greed.
Yeah, I understand the
Of course it
negative
is.
aspects. but
Half
I'm
the food that you
but that
eat, you
doesn't
don't need
deny
to eat
the
it, do you?
intellectual superiority a human
No,
being
but
requires.
how can it be superior if you're overeating?
I think you're going on around this whole negative aspect that,
No, but
oh
it's
look,
not.
we just destroyed the
'Cause all I'm
forest.
talking about, all I'm talking about, every single species around us will only consume what it needs.
All right, man. All right.
What
I
it
think
needs.
I agree with all the points
I've
you're
never
making.
seen a fat lion, a fat bird. Yeah? I've never seen a
Some
fat
fat
dolphin.
tigers.
Because they don't overconsume.
A fat
Yes?
what?
A fat dolphin. A fat whale. They'll only
I'm pretty sure
consume
not
what
every
they
dolphin
need.
weighs the same, man.
Now, how many obese people do you see around here? Overconsuming.
Man, there's some fat ass cats.
Yes, but can it be fed by the owners? A wild cat ain't that fat. I mean, it can't,
If
it
it was
can't be.
finding rodents everywhere, it would
Yeah,
eat
because
them.
the owner's overfeeding it, giving it chocolate, giving it things to eat.
All right, let's get back to
Right,
the point.
so
innit?
what I'm trying to say to you, don't think the human beings are any way more advanced than the species around us. Far from it. Because no
I
other
don't know.
species.
The thing is, I'm standing in living proof that in itself is not a true
Why?
fact.
Why?
Because as a human being, right, I've just told you, our needs in life, whether it's food, leisure, whether it's to satisfy all these senses that are not even typical of another animal, right? All these different aspects that we need in our life. Larger house, why? Do you know what I'm saying?
Greed.
All right, greed. I'm
Greed.
not saying that.
This all goes
I'm
back
not
to
saying
greed.
that- bro, let me just highlight one thing, right? Any negative side effects, that's not the point here. The fact that it produces a negative side effect, right, or a consequence, doesn't negate the
Okay. Let me ask you something.
That's what I'm saying.
Brother, let me ask you something. Name me one species, apart from a bacteria, that is doing something that is adverse to everything else. Apart from bacteria. So a natural cat living adverse to anything else? No, it isn't. Everything else is living in
It lives
harmony.
in an urban community.
Everything is living in harmony with everything else. We are the only species that don't do that.
All right.
Only species that don't do that.
All right. You know why?
Why? Greed. It all
How do
boils
we
down
have
to
greed? How do we know how to utilize? Are we all greedy?
Sorry?
Are we all greedy?
My friend, listen.
Are you greedy?
Listen. During.
My
Okay.
point is, if we're the only biological object out here that, even if it's in a basically a bad way, if it goes against something in nature or something, if we basically live adversely to everything else and compete with everything and always try to be better, whilst disrupting everything else, if we're the only people or the only creatures or the only race that are able to do that, right? Then doesn't that in itself
Yeah, but
highlight?
listen. Like before all this, right, in ancient times, we never used to live like this.
We did, man. We used to go and hunt like the cavemen and that. Yeah.
But we only hunted what we need. We only wore what we needed. Clothes wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, but that's my point.
The ego kicked in. Oh, I must have nice clothes, even though I'm a I'm subject to that myself.
Right.
Nice clothes, nice things.
Right.
Because you're fed by the media, you're fed by a lifestyle you have to live up to. A cat and a dog, nobody else is fed by a lifestyle. They only consume what they need.
Okay, why?
So,
Why?
sorry?
Why? Why are we susceptible
Because
to that?
that is your natural innate state.
All right, so
To
why
only
isn't it a
consume what
dog's
you need.
innate state to have that same attitude and same reflection
Okay,
on
right
life?
now. Okay,
that's
watch
what I'm
this.
trying to ask you.
Right
Regardless
now.
of positive or negative,
Okay, listen.
why are we different?
Okay, look, right now, that you could not survive even a week in this park. You wouldn't know how to build you can't build a fire. You can't make a fire.
No.
You wouldn't know how to get food. Nothing. Because
The average
only
person, yeah, you don't know
I'm just
much
saying
about
to you.
me like
I know, but we're just talking about it. But I'm saying to you, most of us rely on things that come in packets, come out the stores, etc., etc. Everything else doesn't have to rely on Tesco's or Sainsbury's. A bee doesn't need Tesco's
But
or
that's only
Sainsbury's.
because it's
It
there
lives
for
within
us.
its environment. No, because all the food you need is around
Bro,
you.
in
All
some
the food
villages
that you
in
need is
Egypt,
around
there's
you.
no Tesco's or there's nothing, man. We've
No,
got
but
just
the
farms
food,
in the back.
every,
You get
brother,
animals.
every food
If
is,
it's available, we'll get in it. But my point is, what does that prove?
it proves, I'm saying to you, in this Western world, and in the world enough, this Western concept, which has gone around the world, is making us
Why is it a
unintelligent.
Western concept?
Because clothes,
getting
food,
lazy.
car, calculators.
Nah, maths comes from all that types all
No,
around
but
the
calculators.
world. Maths
Human
didn't
race is
initiate
getting
there.
lazy,
Science
that's what
didn't
I'm
initiate
saying.
there. Language didn't initiate in the West. It all initiated
No,
in the
but
East.
what I'm
and
trying to say to you, brother,
What, language?
I'm only talking about
Nah, let me
we.
tell you something.
Where did it
Like,
start?
maths.
Linguistics?
I'm saying whether it's mathematics, science, languages, or it doesn't initiate from one place on Earth.
Yeah, but where did it start?
What makes you think animals don't have languages? So
where?
they don't communicate with each other.
All right, so not the West. But that's not the West. Not the West. So what's your point?
So the point is this, and coming back to your initial question that you asked me, yeah? You asked me, which was what? How can I prove a natural environment is more intelligent than human beings?
No, I didn't ask you
What
that,
did you ask
man.
me?
I asked
me
you
then.
why, basically, whether bad or good, right? The consequences to our actions on Earth, regardless, is our difference compared to other biological species out
Okay,
there?
I'll answer that question because animals around us and species around us are only taking what they need without any detrimental effect on the environment, whereby we are taking everything at the detriment of everything else. Like if you cut down an Amazon part of an Amazon rainforest
All right.
to make a table or to
So
get
you,
rubber,
as you say, we
are
live
now.
overtly in society.
Sorry.
We're living to basically compete. We'll destroy for our own greed.
Of course we are.
Yeah.
And then plus as
But
well,
that's a significant
and plus-
difference,
yeah, but
right?
plus as well, we are.
Why is it that the dog
No,
doesn't do that?
Because it's living by its innate state. You see,
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm
now.
saying.
You see,
The
you
fact
now
that
have
we
been
are
trained to
able
live by
to do
this.
that is in itself a difference.
No, because
That makes us
because
different.
because
It
there
does.
there are indigenous tribes that don't live like that. They still live off the land and only take what they need.
Yeah, I know. I gave
There
you
are
reference
plenty
to
of tribes.
the
Exactly.
villages in all
But
around
what-
Africa and where
right.
I'm from.
But what I'm trying to say to you, the Western concept of consumption and greed is
All right,
detrimental
consumerism,
to
all
the.
this stuff. This, in my opinion, that's all a political conversation and not a religious one. So I don't even know what we're talking about.
No, but you asked me, right?
You're talking about
No,
we're
this-
destroying the earth. We're using all these resources.
No, because
we're
just
not living
now-
a sustainable lifestyle, right? We're competing with everything. We're killing animals for our own benefit. We're using petrol and burning the environment for our own benefit. La la la. All right, cool. You can go and speak to someone from like the greenhouse movement or whatever, like the global warming, blah blah blah, about all that stuff, because that's all something that's happened in recent time.
What recent time? It's
Basically,
still happening now.
It's exponentially increasing now.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
happening now.
but like centuries and centuries ago, that argument in itself doesn't exist.
Yeah,
You'll
but
have
what
to
we do
focus on
in
another
okay,
issue in human
'cause, like,
race.
what has man always been doing centuries and centuries ago? Always,
Surviving.
No, they haven't. They've been what?
Living off the land.
Like through greed.
Living off the land.
Yeah, but that's surviving, isn't it?
No, it isn't. Like through greed. Like they've been going around the world, colonizing it, conquering it.
Yeah, for
what?
greed.
Like, why do I need your house if I got my house? If I'm living in my house and I'm comfortable, why do I need your
You know
house?
what you're talking about?
Why
Let me
don't
tell
you
you.
do
All
it?
right, I'll get on to it. You're talking about one thing that's related to a human being that's causing him to do acts of violence. Whereas there's a lot of things that cause human beings to do good. There's human beings that are living their life in the pursuit of
Exactly.
goodness and preaching safety and preaching like oneness with everything around us. why are you just sticking to the fact that the bad people are doing bad things and they're greedy? But then I'm trying to speak about the
Because
human
most
as a
people doing
biological
bad things.
Listen, we're not
Because most
speaking
people
of-
doing bad things.
What you're talking about is differentiating between
No,
all
it
these
isn't.
different.
Because most people doing bad things, if you notice it, yes, they're either based from a religious background. They're either Christians, Jews, or Muslims.
No, and atheists
Yes?
and pagans. Listen, it's not a religious thing now. Like when you
it's a
talk
religious
about a human being doing a bad thing, right? That's something that is within any human being potentially. You know what I'm saying? It's a result, or it's like a greed. Like you said, it can be someone who's greedy,
Okay,
who just wants to
okay,
destroy
can
the
you give me-
environment.
okay, can
Someone
you-
who's violent
can
in
you
their
give me
nature.
an actual
But some
example of
people
that
are not
then?
violent in their nature.
Okay, can you give me an example of that? Because
For
I can
example,
show you.
you can find someone
Christians
who
fighting
comes-
Christians, Muslims fighting Muslims, Jews fighting Jews,
and
everybody else
atheists
fighting
fighting
everyone
atheists.
else.
Listen,
Yes?
right now, you can go
an
somewhere where there
atheist
is a
fight another
Muslim,
atheist?
where there is a Muslim fighting a Muslim, or a non-Muslim, or vice versa, a Christian fighting a non-Christian, or any human being committing any harmful act on another human being, regardless of their religious background. That's just the nature of a
Okay.
human sometimes.
So, like, have you
To
ever
exert
seen-
energy in a negative way?
So like, have you ever seen?
why
a
is
pride
that something that
Let me
makes
ask
you
a question.
believe-
So like, have you ever seen a pride of lions going around, right, and saying, okay, let's go and kill some leopards, let's go and kill some tigers, sorry, not in the same place, but let's go and kill some leopards, let's go and kill some cheetahs.
They don't believe in what we believe in.
As long as you stay in your environment and you don't come into our environment, we live in harmony.
All right.
The lions ain't going around and
That's-
saying, we're going to kill
Yeah,
those
but doesn't
cheetahs.
some religions preach that?
Right? Man is the only one hell bent on
But some
that
religions
I
preach
wanted
that.
more, wanted more things. But you taught that. You're taught to wanting more.
It's because
through
in our
greed.
nature, let me just say something.
You don't want more?
In our nature, right?
get
Regardless,
shot.
regardless
Who
of
doesn't
the
want
religious background, right? Back in like, say for example, hypothetically, the caveman empire. If they had a fight, they're having a fight out of their natural tendency to exert energy, violence, right? If they're being compassionate, then humans have compassion in them. They have mercy in them.
Some humans have.
All right, some have violence, not all of them either. So my point is, all these different things and senses that we have and needs as humans, doesn't that in itself highlight our significance?
Yeah, but just now, you see that you still can't give me an example of a species that go out unwillingly, with no purpose, and just kill another
And
species.
can
for
you
no
give
reason.
me an example
But
of a species that can go out unwillingly and save another species? Or like,
Yes, I
plenty,
can give you.
plenty. I've seen. There's
Dolphins
loads of
do it.
documentaries
Alright, have you-
of dolphins saving,
Dolphins do it.
people that are drowning, dogs saving children from streams.
yeah, but you got humans
Right?
saving dogs as well. What are you talking about? So humans are doing the same thing.
Examples of that.
And you're saying that
Yeah,
that
go
makes
ahead,
you
man.
different.
Can I answer
You're
that?
confusing
Hey, you
me.
can't interrupt. You can't interrupt the flow, bro.
Okay.
All right, let me answer
Wait,
his
What about
question
a lion,
first.
right? Or a gorilla, when it takes over a flock, right?
No, but he's
Who does
going to
he
say
kill?
that's protecting himself in defense.
Yeah.
Let me say, isn't that right? We're going to say that's an
Yeah,
act
yeah,
of
but
defense.
Bob, you messed up the flow. Wait a second. I can't
No,
remember.
he's just probably
Yeah,
like.
go on.
My point is, yeah, the same way we do bad things, we do good things that other creatures can't do as well.
Like what?
Like what?
Like what?
Like heal ourselves.
But animals do that all the time. What do you mean heal yourself out?
No, all right. My point is,
No,
yeah,
your body heals itself.
exactly. You can go
don't
to
do
a
it.
doctor. Can a dog, without the help of a human, go to another dog doctor?
Maybe a dog doesn't need to go
That's
to a
my
doctor.
question. We can do things that are also
Yeah, but-
good that other creatures
Yeah, but
can't
most
do.
of the things that are wrong with you as a human being are based on the things that you're
But there's
consuming.
loads
No,
of
but hold on a
things that are
second.
good about me as a
No,
human
but
being that are not present
but
in
listen, my
animals.
friend. Most of the things that are wrong with the average human being, such as cancer, yes, such as diabetes, are caused by the consumption of things, artificial things that you're eating.
Yeah, animals get cancer.
Right, because if you're living in a natural environment, trust me, you wouldn't have
All
cancer
right, I understand
and
there's
diabetes
consequences to
and
what
most
we
of
do.
the symptoms
If I
that we
smoke
have.
cigarettes or I drink alcohol, I understand that. But that to me,
Even
that to me
basic
is what
things,
religion's all about. It's-
like even basic things like the water that we drink. You see the water we drink now? Our tap water. Now, what is tap water? We all know what tap water is, isn't it? Recycled sewage water, toilet water.
Yeah, I know, line
Now,
and
what
price.
intelligent environment would give you toilet water, recycled sewage water to now cook and drink with?
Westminster
The same
Council.
That's not very clever, is
the
it?
same intelligent
Whereby most
environment.
animals will eat from a clean
The same
stream.
intelligent environment.
No animal's going
that
to eat
gave you
toilet,
the
drink toilet water.
opportunity to go to the toilet in the first place. You know, back in the day, you didn't have no filtering system for water in the first place. Just because we're misusing
Bro, what I'm trying to say to you, hey, look, cause like indigenous tribes will always drink from clean streams, yes, or rivers. Yes?
Yeah, but back in the day, you can get a cold and
No,
die.
even now. No, but what I'm trying to say to you,
People died from flu back then.
of course they did. Of course they did. But what I'm trying to say to you, most of your symptoms that you have are caused by the artificial food that you're being fed.
All right.
Contaminated food.
I'm
you're
not
fed.
denying that
Fluoride
there's
in the water.
consequences.
Aspartame. You know what aspartame is? Artificial sweetener. It's one of the biggest cancer-causing drugs that
If
you
I go
can
to any
ever consume.
fast food place here and I'm eating a load of rubbish.
Yes,
I know that.
and most fast food places
but
is
what I'm
loaded with
saying- what I'm
MSG.
saying
You know what
is
MSG
that-
is? You know what MSG is?
Enlighten me.
Yes, artificial flavouring.
All right.
Yes, artificial colouring,
What's your
sweetness.
point?
I'm saying to
Chemicals.
you, most of the
Bro,
stuff
I
that's
like my
wrong
ears,
with you
man.
is based
I
on
apologise.
artificial, poisonous, contaminated food. The chicken that you buy in Sainsbury's, now how old do you think that chicken is? That chicken is about a month old. It died a month ago, but you're now buying it. They're saying it's all
I
fresh.
know, man. It's a bad thing.
Now most indigenous tribes will go out and that food is fresh. It's still bleeding by the time you're going to consume it.
All right.
Yeah.
Who's
I
stupid?
can go to a fresh meat bakery
So
as well. Like,
now who is more intelligent?
Like, so
Now who is more?
bakery, like
And
a
most and
butcher's
what
shop
is
and get fresh
a
meat.
lion does the same thing. And most species they eat fresh. A lion eats fresh. A bird eats fresh. Everything eats fresh.
we
We're
don't
the
eat
only
till
ones
it's
that don't eat
full.
fresh. Everything we eat is either rotten or artificially being
Processed.
We don't eat anything fresh.
I don't know.
How is
I don't
that
know
being
where
intelligent?
I don't know what your point is.
The point is this. Now, you said to me, going back to our very initial conversation, now I said to you there is consciousness, everything is conscious. And you said, is there different levels of consciousness? Is human beings at the top and everything else
No,
at
I
the
didn't say
bottom?
if there's
No, but this is
different
what you...
consciousness, intellect.
I know, but intellect is consciousness. It's the same thing. You have to be conscious to have intellect.
In that sense, then.
You have to be a conscious person to have intellect.
All right,
So you have to be conscious first, then
so let me
intellect comes
finish
after,
the-
yes?
Let me finish the point.
Right, so what I'm trying to say to you, within that environment, everything has consciousness but on different levels. So a cat is conscious, we can see, it can look at us, it can react, it's conscious. But it has a different level of consciousness to me and you. Okay. Yes? Now, is a cat more intelligent than us? Now that is subjective. That is subjective whether it's just because that we can equation and build things that a cat can't, it doesn't make us more intelligent than a cat. It only makes us more intelligent with that aspect of what we're doing. The same way I said to you, my professor in maths, he was good at maths, but introduced to history, he was rubbish. Does that make him not intelligent? No, he's intelligent when it came to maths. Everything else was just an average Joe.
Okay.
Could I ask you a question? You think animals do mathematics?
I can't prove that.
No, I'm asking you. What do you
They
think?
probably will in
We're
their
not-
brains.
Yes,
Distance.
I'd say, yeah, they do mathematics to some extent.
And they jump.
For example, a cat knows
Works it out.
how much to leap.
Exactly.
Exactly. If a fox is crossing
All right.
the road,
Okay.
they don't write the equation down, but they've got
No, but you can't tell a cat
Yeah.
to construct Burj Khalifa or a tribe of them.
So what?
Start what?
Burj Khalifa.
Why would a cat want to construct a tower? Why would a cat want to very good in their own environment? Why would a cat want to do that? A cat say to you, can you leap? Right? 10 times. Your feathers will go in. I've seen puppies. That's what I've seen. Well, come on, what's doing that? Now we can't do that. We can't do that. It's ready
Because he believes basically that our relationship with the cats and the atoms and the world and
I
the
came in when
universe,
you speak about energy.
right,
Yeah.
He says God and energy itself is basically a representation of God.
of everything.
So
That's
there's no
what everything's made of.
distinctive creator basically.
No, of course there isn't.
All right.
Because the only
I was getting to the point that as a human being, right? As a human being, just the way he said the cat is more intellectual on its own relativity, right? I'm saying a human being is completely different to a cat or anything else existing around us because our impact on the world and the universe and what we know about the world and the universe is greater than anything else. That
We don't know anything about it.
Our
We know
impact
Jupiter
in the
exists.
world has been
Can
destructive.
you tell me a cat knows
That's what I'm
that
trying
other
to say
planets
to
live
you.
out there?
No, hold on a
Positive or
second.
negative is not the issue.
No.
But it's a huge impact.
No,
That's
but
all
what I'm
he's
trying to say
saying.
to you, but our impact has been
One more question.
mainly negative on the
According
world
to the
and
universe,
environment.
right, I'll just ask another question, right? On this earth,
Although
who's
again,
had
it's still
more
relative
impact?
though.
Yeah.
Because like for a
It's-
baby, a huge impact is I can walk now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
And,
My question
and
now is,
negative,
yeah,
we're going to be
on
feeling
this
the impacts
planet,
of that. The
on this
Earth
planet
doesn't
we
give a
live in,
shit. Negative
out
to
of all
who?
the creatures
Yeah,
that
us.
have ever lived and existed, who's had the most impact on Earth?
Who has had the most impact?
The
Nature.
No, what's that?
Nature.
Plankton.
Well, apparently we'd all be dead if it weren't for bees. So
Hey? Bees? No,
apparently we'd all
plankton.
be dead if it weren't for bees.
What's that stuff in the sea? What's that stuff in the sea?
No, the best thing, the trees.
No.
Look,
Same thing, innit?
Listen,
The sea.
You know what
the
else?
sea, the trees, the air you're breathing now, the trees are filtering it for you.
You know why I asked you that question? Because you answered it earlier when you told me that humans have destroyed the world.
No, I said to you, as far as having the biggest impact is, the only biggest impact that we have had as human beings is destruction. Because everything else lives in harmony with everything else.
Nature, which is
Nothing is
nature.
out to trying to destroy the Amazon rainforest. Yes? Trying to put carbon fuels into the atmosphere. No other thing's trying to
So
do
would
that.
you know more about Earth?
No, listen. No
Or
other
the cat?
species has built the atom bomb or nuclear bomb or finding ways on how can I kill more people more efficiently. Now,
That's
no
a very
other
bad
animals
thing, but
thinking
that
that.
highlights
No
our
other animals thinking that.
sophisticated
How can I
intellect.
keep more people more
whether
efficiently?
it's bad or good. You know what I'm saying?
As a
The
matter
things
of
that
All
we're
can-
able to do that.
every single technology that we
already
have
a
on us now, look, our phones,
Right.
it's all military based. It all started with a military concept on how can I kill more efficiently. And it filters down to us through technology.
right,
Technology is all about death.
Okay, cool. The difference between me and you, and like,
That's what it is. That's what technology is. It's like that. How can I kill you more efficiently? That's technology for you.
alright, cool. The difference between me and you and another species of animal that would have been around us, right, is the fact that we've probably seen more of the Earth than them.
How have
We
you
know
done that?
more about Earth than them.
How do you come to that conclusion?
How
do you
do
come
you
to
say
that
question like that?
conclusion?
Because, for example, you've been to more than one country,
Okay, let me
right?
ask you a question. Let me ask a very important question.
You know what
No,
nature
about the
is in
birds.
Canada.
The birds
You know
fly around the
what
globe.
nature is.
I'm asking a very
Birds
important
have obviously
question.
been
Okay,
different
okay.
countries.
Let me ask you a very important question.
No, but you know,
The planet comprises of what? 70% water, yes?
right?
Birds have been
Right.
navigating from
Human beings, the latest study has shown, we've only discovered 10%
Yeah, I know that.
of our oceans. The rest we know nothing about.
Yeah.
How have we discovered anything? We know more about the ionosphere, 6 miles up, than we
not
know
down.
about 6 miles down.
Right.
Because how have we discovered anything? We are still discovering things
All right,
now.
of course, we're limited.
We're still
I'm not saying we're all
discovering-
powerful, bro.
Right, so-
that's why I think there's a God.
So hold on a second. So
Think there's a
species.
God, or you know there's a God.
my argument for
So,
insane.
so hold on
I
a
believe there's a
second.
God.
So like something like a sperm whale.
That's what you're
so,
thinking then.
so something like a sperm whale that can swim 6 miles down and come up to the surface. He knows far more about the Earth than we do.
Mr. G.
Because he can go 6
No, no,
miles
no.
down and come back up
Gary,
to the
Gary,
surface.
Tarzan
Sperm whale.
can do that.
You are the model
Hollywood
one.
films. Tarzan can go
Tarzan
6
can
miles
do that, yeah,
down, come
And
back
Superman.
up,
See,
and
we
rescue
have the
Jane.
thing. Batman, Superman, all this for Susie, for Sazi.
That's
We tell them
Hollywood.
we're
Yourself,
great.
energy is
No, bro.
energy's supernatural, man.
Bro, human beings as a
What is
species.
supernatural?
Just because you exist,
Human
don't,
beings-
don't complicate things.
No,
because our
human
existence
beings-
in itself
hold on
is
a second.
supernatural.
What is
Human
supernatural?
beings-
What is supernatural?
Human beings as a species.
Tell me something that is
We're lucky we
supernatural.
came out of
didn't
the
exist,
sea.
yeah?
No, no. Tell us something that
You
is
didn't
supernatural. Tell us something that it is supernatural.
I think life in itself, the way we're breathing oxygen, you don't see air,
Well,
you don't see atoms, you don't see nothing beyond what you're
What
capable
is
of
We
seeing.
only
about
use a
that?
percentage of our brain, that's why we don't see atoms.
Alright, but my point is, still, you're not
kind
the
of on your
person that's
side until you
digesting
said
your
that,
food.
bro.
Huh?
It was kind of on your
No,
side
but my
until you
point
said
is,
that.
are you digesting your own food?
No,
Are you making your heart beat?
no.
But you are.
but your lungs
yeah, but you
but
are
it's
though.
not supernatural
No, but hold on a
as
I'm
Sure.
second.
saying what
But you
there's an
are
argument
though.
It could be.
No, hold on.
We know exactly how this
things
process
happening.
works. We know how the Krebs cycle works. We know which part of the brain
I know,
controls
but
these
the fact that
things.
it's existing in its own accord without anyone telling it to us.
So you're
or
saying
I'm not
God is doing-
controlling-
so
I'm
you're
not
saying God is
controlling
doing
these
that?
things. The way the universe expands,
Why
the way
does
the
God have
earth
to
No, hold on a
rotates,
second. Let's
all these
backtrack.
activities
Let's
that are happening.
backtrack. So are you saying
You
now
don't believe
God
things
is?
can fly, but
Hold
the
on a
earth
second.
is hovering.
But are you
Isn't that
saying to
something
me,
that-
brother friend?
No, there's no gravity where the
So
Earth
are
is.
you saying to me God is
then the
controlling your heart?
difference-
You're saying God is controlling your heart and controlling your thoughts and how your body's functioning.
The order is controlled by God, yeah.
The order is controlled
the
by
same
God.
way any order
So like
in
when you
life,
have cancer,
any balance
so like
is
when you have
controlled by
cancer, is that controlled by God?
Yes.
So God has gave you cancer
Yeah.
to kill you. And
Not very good God, is it?
And diabetes and
I'm not saying God
disformities.
is all good or all bad.
So God is good and bad. Then. So on a second, you say to me, God
You
is good and
yourself
bad.
said we're people that cause cancer.
So are you saying?
That
So
was
are
the
you saying to me
consequences of
now
human behaviour.
that God is good and bad? God is good and bad, right? He must be. He created the devil. He has to be.
All right, let me.
So the devil had to be in a conscious
I'm saying I'm not confining
and here
God
comes the devil.
to one reference. I'm not going to say that everything God is doing is good or everything He's doing is bad.
If you look at
God
it,
is doing what He wants
like,
to
if
do.
you look at it from my perspective, which is everything's consciousness expressing itself in all possibility, which is what it's doing, then that explains that there is no good or bad. It's just an experience. Everything is experiences its own reality, as it should be.
Yeah.
The tree, the grass, the plants. Now, if you put God into it, everything else contradicts God. Because why would an all-loving God create the devil? Why would an all-loving God make a baby die of cancer, or a man die, a loving father and family die? And then why would he create Hitler? Why would he create Stalin? All
He
these
created human
Why?
beings with free will.
No, he didn't. You have no free will. You have no free will.
There is.
You have no free
You're here
will.
because of your own free will. You could have been
When
chilling
you're
at home.
conscious, don't you have free will?
No, as far as religion's concerned, you have no free will because your free will.
free will
no,
relative.
because your free will says
Where's the free
do
will?
what I say, and if you don't do it,
My soul,
then I will
man.
burn you in hell. That's not free will.
The conscience that I have to make a decision whether I believe that or this is my free will.
Yeah, but there's a price to pay. I mean, free will means without constraints, without any boundaries.
Yeah.
That's what free will
There's
means.
no price to pay when I'm making that
So
decision.
watch this now. Watch this now. Watch this
Start
now.
believing
Watch this now.
Judaism then.
So I say to you now.
If I'm making a rational decision, I'm not paying any price at that point
watch this
because I
now.
don't even believe in
What's your
any
name?
of
What's
this.
your name? What's your name?
Huzaifa.
Who's safer? So I say to you, safer. You can go anywhere in this park, anywhere you want, free will, but you're not allowed to come here. Have I contradicted
That's
myself?
not my concept of free will.
Have I contradicted myself? You can go anywhere you want in this park, but you can't stand here.
But that's not
Have
what
I
I'm-
contradicted
that's not
myself?
Yes, you have.
Right. So God says, do anything you want, boom, 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 worship me. If you don't, you're going to hell. I've just contradicted myself.
God doesn't say do everything you want and if you don't, you go to
Follow
hell.
the book to the letter.
It doesn't say
you go
follow the
paradise.
book.
If you don't,
No,
you go
it
hell.
doesn't. It doesn't, man.
That's contradicting
It's not that-
yourself.
it's not that complicated.
Because the word free will means
not.
without constraints.
All God does
without
is
constrict-
say
without
believe in Him
constriction.
alone.
No.
And then from there
The
you have a
word
guidance to
free
your
will.
life.
Free
That's
will
not
means
free will. Believe in Him alone. That's free will.
Exactly. Because there's other gods. Hold on a second, but there's other gods. There's Allah, Yahweh, Krishna. What about all those other gods?
Hold on a second.
What about Michael Jordan? He's a god.
Yahweh, Krishna, some other gods. Name some other gods.
Michael Jordan.
There's loads of them.
I come
iPhone.
Huh?
iPhone.
iPhone. The Queen.
from gods.
Who could beat him on a
No,
basketball
some people look
court?
at them as gods. So I'm saying to you, what about all these other gods?
Well, in my opinion, you break it down, right? Where does your decision to believe in God come from? Because if you're going
It
to
came out of
reference
a book.
Hinduism,
It came out of a book that someone told you this book's
Called
real.
conditioning.
Somebody gave you a book and said, believe in this book or die.
No.
Believe in this book. This is where it all came from. He explains everything.
Condition.
No, no book explains the
doesn't write any
construction
book.
of atoms. Right? No book explains the construction of atoms or how atoms fall. No book explains quantum mechanics.
so you're telling me for a book to be from God, it has to go through everything.
No, first you have to prove it came from God,
Alright.
which most people can't. You have to prove it came from God in the first place.
Yeah, but the Quran itself.
No,
if
no,
wanna
you
get
can't
into
even go into the
discussion-
Quran.
Yeah, but that's my point.
Jesus Christ.
But that's
No,
what-
you
why
can't
are we
even
talking
go
about
into
book?
the
Alright,
Quran.
let's not go into
You'd
the
be
Quran.
like this every
we
week.
come back onto that.
I
But
would
let's-
advise you
no,
to
but
watch
my
one of my
point is-
videos on it. I don't want to
No,
go
but
into
my
it now.
point is, yeah,
But
I'm
what I'm
not
saying,
even going to the
a
Quran, we're
man,
talking about a
listen,
book.
a man in a cave meeting Freddy Krueger is not God. He's frightened to death. He must have met Jason or Freddy Krueger. That's not a God.
Brother, can I ask you something on that?
Who are you referring to? Gabriel?
There's no Gabriel, my friend.
No. What you're referring to there when you said the man in a book? What? You referring to Gabriel coming down to the cave?
No, Gabriel didn't come to okay.
Are you referring to that concept?
Yes.
All right. So why are you saying no? You know what I'm talking about?
No, but I'm just referring. There's no evidence it was
Can I
Gabriel.
ask you a question on that? Musa, Moses, Moshe. Where's that name come from?
I don't know. I'm not going to tell you. I know.
And the language he spoke in the palace. What language did he speak?
Does Musa exist? The person that you're referring to, does he exist or not?
No, don't answer.
I don't care what his name was, man. I care about him as a
Have you noticed
person.
my iPad hasn't
No.
come out?
No.
Nah, because we haven't spoken about technical
Sir.
things.
iPad
Is
stay
Musa
away.
mentioned in the Quran?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many times?
I don't know how many times.
Quite a lot, yeah?
Yeah.
So you don't know what language he spoke in the palace?
It's mentioned in the Quran in Arabic because the Quran is in Arabic.
In the palace?
No,
they killed him.
I'm talking about in the Quran. It's mentioned in Arabic in the Quran.
What you're saying, Moses spoke Arabic in the
Why is
Bible.
that detail important?
No, that's what I'm saying.
No.
I don't even know what you're doing.
God,
Moses is not
where
mentioned
did
in
Moses
the
come from? The name?
No, so I'm asking why the detail.
Egyptian
So,
priest.
Why does
let me
it
finish.
matter?
Moses is an Egyptian name.
No, Egypt wasn't around then. Come on.
Yeah, it was.
Egypt was around.
Yes, it was.
The name Egypt wasn't around
It
then.
doesn't
trust
matter what the
me.
name was. Like, what are you talking
So
about?
what language did he speak then?
I don't know.
What language Moses?
When he was raised as an adopted child, eh?
Just tell them.
Yeah, like,
They don't know.
what's your point?
Just tell them.
Well, if you can't, if you don't
What's
know
your
the,
point?
hang on, if you don't know
Tell
the,
them, I'm gonna get back to
if
flow.
you don't know the,
Let's say,
let me finish. If you don't know the linguistics of a person that's mentioned in your book, you
That
haven't
doesn't
got a
make
book.
sense, bro. What are you talking
But
about?
tell them, and we can get
The
back to
If I don't know the linguistics
Ask them to tell
of
you.
The language.
the person,
Did Moses
I don't know what your
speak?
linguistics is, but I know
Okay,
you're
okay.
there, bro.
Did Moses speak?
Just tell him.
Yes,
please.
probably.
But what language in the palace?
Why does it matter?
Right, you're gonna get the mic treatment if you don't tell him. You want the mic to tell him?
Why are you opening up a whole can of worms,
I know,
man?
we're-
But
Listen
Listen to the
you
point.
said the book, the
My
Quran.
friend.
Is he was talking about a book?
Not
but is
even
he mentioned in the book?
He's not even mentioned in the ancient hieroglyphs.
Listen,
friend.
if I read a book in flipping Greek, right, or Latin about maths, does it matter what language I'm reading it in? I'm still learning the same
If you've
content.
got a person in your book named Moses and you don't know what that name or that person spoke,
I know he's
there's
the
a
same.
problem.
I know he's the same
Is
Moses.
Arabic, is Arabic important to the Quran?
Okay, can we sum up?
Yeah, of course.
Can we sum
Well
up?
then,
He's gonna get dragged down.
language
Yeah.
is
So
important.
to sum up,
Yeah, but it doesn't negate the object, man.
Can we?
I get-
my friend.
get what he's saying. He's basically saying if you've got a person in your book named Moses,
Right.
yeah, so the guy's name's called Moses,
Yeah.
and he's asking what language did Moses? What was the language of the time?
In the palace.
You obviously, if the name's Moses, in what language?
Musa.
Musa is that Arabic?
Yeah,
So what's the what did they translate that from?
Probably Aramaic, where it was from in the Bible. Then it depends.
No,
My point is, yeah.
see, that's the point. No, see, that's the point.
God, now what did God translate it from?
No, the point was.
Are you asking me where the name Moses comes from?
Yeah. So the point was, you said Moses would have been translated from the language that he was speaking at the time. But he's basically saying if you don't know the language, if you don't know, yeah,
whatever language the
yeah,
And
yeah.
what no, the Pharaohs wasn't around then.
What we're saying is, let me just say, right, his name was something completely different.
Then it would have been different to God.
I'm giving you an example.
If it was different, but then you still have
God
If
name.
it was different, you still have to verify where did they get the name Moses from then, and what was that translated?
All right,
from?
okay, I understand that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I can probably.
Linguistics are
I
important.
can't do it myself, but I'm sure people put effort into doing that. I'm trying to say,
Okay, look.
is
I
why
thought-
does that?
Cause all of us are picking on this guy.
Why
now,
does that? Yeah.
There's only one man.
If anything,
here.
I don't even feel like I'm being picked on because I'm not getting any answers to questions. Like, where does that basically refute the existence of Moses, for example,
It does,
or
because
change who he is?
It does, because then we have to find out this person did exist. Because if you don't know the name of that person and someone, and we're getting it from other records saying that a person named Moses existed, but yet we can't find a person, we don't know the original name of that person, because if we find the name of that person, we can now go into Egypt and then find out if
In my
this person
opinion,
is saying there's any
the fact
records.
that his name is with us today.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get
So
what
it's
you're
like,
saying.
so it's like, so
But
like,
that's saying if you die tomorrow and in 20 years' time people forget your name, you didn't exist.
no, but the thing is this, they can go into the records, innit, and find out if I existed.
Yeah, but that's
So
where
it-
Moses come from. It's coming from records. It's coming
No,
from chains
no,
of narrations.
no, this is
it's
my
coming
point.
from other holy scriptures.
No, but
it's
what
coming
we,
from
but,
other.
no, but the thing is, you're saying Moses, but we still don't know what his name was. You're saying Moses, that might not be his name.
I can't claim to know what
not his name.
the real Zachariah.
His name is Moshe.
Like, I can't claim to know what any
Moshe ben
biblical name is
Amram.
really,
Do you
because
want
I
me to
know
tell you what it's like? Yeah.
it's come from a chain of languages, whether they're originally Semitic.
Do you want me to tell you what it's like? That's like, yeah, it's like right now, yeah. You know about William Shakespeare, yeah? That's like now, me now
It's in
saying,
the Old Testament. His name is Moshe
I don't know,
ben Amram.
polio.
Moshe
Existed.
ben Amram.
I've written a book saying polio existed, and I'm talking about.
But Lewis Shakespeare doesn't claim he exists.
No, but I don't know. But think about it. You know about William Shakespeare. But I'm saying polio. People are going to look at who's polio.
Moshe is
So
an
polio
Egyptian
existed in this time, and he did this, and he did that.
Ramses,
People are going to look up
Ramses.
polio. Where did I get polio from?
Ramses is
All right,
Ramses.
but that can be a whole different argument.
No,
Because
no,
I can
no.
start to break down a whole
Moshe,
different
Moshe.
other concepts
Moshe is
and
an
relations to
Egyptian
other people, etc. But I can't answer one argument here, one there, one here. There are
Okay.
three very random,
Okay, choose,
and they're
choose.
just trying to bully me.
Which
right?
one? Choose. Which one would you like to
Stop
answer?
bullying him.
Which one would you like to continue with? Choose.
But you hold it, bruv, you hold it.
Which one would you like to continue with? Which one would you like to continue?
But you should get him with Mayweather next time and earn some money.
Okay, just to sum up what he just said. You know we got Batman.
I like this guy, man.
Okay, just to sum up what he just said. You know we got Batman and Gotham City. Batman's from Gotham City, yes.
Yeah.
So like, if I say Batman from Gotham City and we can't find Gotham City, then there's no Batman.
Your story doesn't add up.
Superman's
We
from
can't find the
Planet
linguistics.
Krypton.
So you're saying the
We
people
can't
of Israel
find Planet
didn't exist?
Krypton. There's no Superman.
Are you saying the people of Israel didn't
They
exist?
might have existed, but where they could have existed in Hackney Park. For all we know, we don't know.
Listen to this guy.
We don't really know.
I'll say, so
They're
come
called
in.
the people of Israel.
So my friend,
That
let's
river, what,
sum
that
up.
river?
Let's sum up. So as I said to you, everything is consciousness. Everything's made of the same stuff that we are made of.
Right.
And everything is conscious on a different level. The same way, and everything is frequency. Everything's vibrating.
Yeah.
Yes, same way you got light is vibrating. So you see colours. You don't actually see colours, you see frequencies.
Right.
Yes?
Right.
And that's all there is. So this whole concept of someone saying, here is a creator, goes against
It doesn't
the
go against
concept of
nothing, man.
no, because the whole
It just goes against your
listen,
objective
my friend,
view
listen,
looking
my
at the
friend.
world, man.
If everything is made of the same stuff, then there is non-duality, is there?
Well, God doesn't contradict that.
No.
And
If
we don't say
everything-
that nothing
hold
is
on,
made
my
of
friend,
the same
listen to me,
things.
listen to me. If everything's made of the same stuff, yes,
Yeah.
then there's non-duality, is there? There's no separation between the two, is there? If everything's made of the same
Are you
stuff.
saying physically or metaphysically?
Okay, I'm gonna break it down like
or
this. Okay, watch this. Let me break it down
What
like
are you
this.
talking about?
Okay, look. There's only one space, yes? The space we're standing in, there's only one of it, isn't it? Right? There's only one space, right, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Right. So if I'm over here and you're over there, you can't say we're in two separate spaces, are we? We're in the same space.
But then that's again relative. The same way you spoke about the cat relatively, relative to the park,
But we just agreed there's only one space, yes?
when
There's
you
only
said
one
that,
space.
I was thinking about the universe.
Okay, so
When
how
you
many
started
spaces
talking
are there?
about this, I'm
Okay,
thinking about
so how many
the
spaces?
footway.
Okay, let me ask you something. So the space in your house now, is it different from the space we're standing in now?
Did you
So when we take down the walls of your house, what happens to space? It's just contained, isn't it?
So you're saying you want me to transition from physical to metaphysical to like
No,
spiritual?
I'm just
Like,
asking you.
I'm trying to
I'm just
stick to
asking
one
you
form here, man.
to use. I am. I'm asking you to use one
Well, like,
logic.
okay, break down the house.
Okay,
Where are
no,
you?
hold on a
I
second.
don't know.
Hold on a second. Watch this. Watch this. Okay, let me break it down this then. The space we're in now. The space is now in my hand. Where is the space? It's now in my hand. The moment I do that, where's the space go? It's an illusion that I'm separating it. The space, you can't separate the space you're in.
Yeah, but
That means you
you're not
cannot.
consistent with an argument. If I kept telling you I'm going to take my house and keep transitioning with it to place and place, that can be a different argument.
I'm saying to you, what's
But
happening,
you're
bro?
saying
What's going on? See,
build
this
a
is
house, then
this
knock it
is-
down.
Now, this is a good Muslim. Yeah, that's a good Muslim.
Try to say I'm
That's
not
a good Muslim. He's a good Muslim. So what I'm trying to say to you, we've only got one space.
Yeah.
And everything's only made of the same stuff, atoms.
Okay, let me
So
say.
there's non-duality
All right,
here.
cool. All right,
Everything's
cool. What it say?
So there is no such thing as a creator. A creator means a person or
How does
thing.
that prove
I'm
there's
giving,
no creator,
bro,
though?
listen. It's here. It hasn't come out. Listen, and the microphone. Listen. The creator means a person or thing that brings something into existence. Now, God
Same
can't.
way I can manufacture a chair
Exactly.
or a bridge.
Because we
as
are
an
a person.
engineer. Well, as a doctor, I
because
can
we are a
manufacture a
person.
medical
Remember,
device.
the word says a person or thing that brings something into existence. That's what creator means. Now, would you say God?
necessarily.
Now, that's the definition of the word.
The creator. It doesn't have to restrict to a person or a thing.
No, the Oxford Dictionary of the
Right.
word creator means.
So you just want to say God will be a person then?
No, I'm just saying, is God a person or a thing? Which one is it?
No one can claim what God is.
No, he can be both. He can be both because you
Is
are.
that according to your theory of energy is the God?
Because you are comprised of matter, a thing, and you're also a person.
If
you
I
have a
create
persona.
a chair, if I
Bro, you're not getting what I just said to you, do you? I'm saying to you, a person or thing, you
help me understand it.
comprise of both states. You are recognized as a thing because you're made of matter.
Right.
And you're recognized as a person because you have a persona.
Right.
You're both states. Now, can you say that for God? Has God got a state and a persona?
maybe not. I don't know.
But he can't be a creator.
But my point is here.
When he can't be a creator.
My
Has God got a
concept
persona
of
and a
God,
state?
My concept, you're kind of trying to like cloud the whole argument behind why I'm trying
Now,
to.
what I'm trying to say to you, he has. Because we're all gods.
Yeah, but when you
We're all
say
gods
that,
standing over here.
that your relationship with anything is going to be relative to the fact that you're the same as it. But that's not very like, come on, man, that's not very logical. If I can make a flipping cage for a bird, right, or if I can go and like do anything in life, cook or produce or build something, right, You're saying that regardless of what this thing is, I'm always going to be the same thing
what's
as
it?
that?
Can I bring you back to when I first started that God was created?
I think your
No, hold on
argument
a
is very
second.
easy to make,
No, it isn't.
but very difficult to prove.
No, listen. No, it's very easy to prove. Now, let me bring you back to when we first started. I said God was created from a little me looking around him and saying, I didn't create that, the sky and the sun. It had to be something greater than me. And that's the concept of God was created. Whereby, I look at it as, that's me, that's me, that's me. Now look at our different mindsets.
How is that
I'm
rational?
looking at that to be a reflection of myself, and you're looking at it to be a reflection of something else, separate from you.
Do you know why that doesn't make sense?
Why does it make sense?
It's because you're able to now make these conclusions and use your intelligence and come to these points. You're able to now say, oh, I'm a magnificent thing just like everything else around me.
But it's made of the same
if
stuff.
you were just a pure individual, which in Islam is someone who's like a newborn baby with a fitrah, you're going to be impacted by everything around you. Whether you're not going to start, you weren't just born thinking I'm everything around me. You're saying this now.
Can I ask a question? The only reason why you're here, according to your belief, Islam, because you have Allah's soul inside you. Now, Gabs had a big discussion about this on Titan TV. The only reason why you're here, according to your scriptures, because Allah is inside of you. Now, is Allah eternal?
There's nothing that tells
Is
us Allah
Allah,
is
is
inside
Allah
of us.
eternal? Is Allah eternal?
Yeah, but there's nothing that says Allah is
so
inside of us.
Yes, it is. It says in your book.
It doesn't say we're created
I don't want
with
to bring
Allah.
an iPad. He hasn't come out.
Are you talking about when
You
he
want it to
said
come
when
out?
he blew his soul?
Yes. If you blow your soul, hang on a second. Okay.
That's a
if
concept
I
of creation.
breathe, now hold on a second. That if I breathe my living soul into you and then you become alive, why now? Why? The only reason you become alive because you have my soul inside you.
Exactly.
That's why, isn't it? If
the
you was
only thing that's
dead, and I breathe into you, you came alive, what made you come alive? My soul. That's inside you.
If you breathed your soul inside of me.
Yes, and then you came alive.
Right.
The only reason why you're alive because you have my soul inside you. Yes.
Right.
So whose soul's inside you then? Right now.
But how does this even?
Gab,
say
you
for
wanna take
example.
over?
No.
Take over. I'm gonna twist him up.
Alright, say.
I don't wanna twist
Alright,
him
you
up
got me
here.
that. No, you got me
I'm
there.
gonna twist him up here.
No. Listen, I'm actually telling
You
you.
get that, right?
In that, you called me, you got me.
Okay.
But I'm saying, how does that even relate to your topic? 'Cause that doesn't even
Okay,
exist.
it relates.
You don't even believe in that, so why is that even a problem?
Okay, watch this.
If you don't even believe in that,
no,
why is
but
that a
hold on.
problem?
Let's. Think of a balloon. We blow up the balloon. The balloon's now inflated.
Do you know how I can
Whose
come back
air
to
is
you?
inside the
Do
balloon?
you know how I can come back to you, yeah?
Yeah, come back. Let me see.
Say I programmed a robot, right? I program it with my own intellect, okay? Say I do that, bro. Say I do that, innit? I design a robot and I give it code, my code, to do things I want it to do, for example. Right? Does that mean that code now, is that part of me inside the robot? I still created the robot.
100%.
I still created that
You know,
program.
it is. You know why?
With a concept
because
of code,
because
code
my
that's limited.
No, you know
that's
why?
That's the same way God created to us with limitations
Bro,
that are not going
can
to
I
be
ask you
able to
something?
comprehend Him.
Okay, listen.
Because a robot doesn't comprehend its creations.
Okay,
No, but there's a difference between the robot creation that you're using is different to the analogy that you're giving for the robot is different for the one with God. Because remember, the reason why you can't use that, the reason why you wouldn't be able to use that analogy is because when you're talking about God, you're talking about a person that was there before anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you're talking about a robot and codes, you're
We're
talking
not saying
about
a person, man.
Oh, when you're talking about a robot, you're now using different things.
Yeah,
to
I'm
create
saying the
and
concept
use.
of creation is the same.
But watch this. Going back to what Gary was saying, this is the point because you believe that there's one God in it, and that's it. There's one. But then watch this. You understand that there's a creator because of what? How did you come to the understanding? Without the book, how would you know there was a creator?
My rational
By
logic.
doing what? Looking around at nature, right? Rational. So looking
Maybe
at
just looking within, man.
No.
Why does it have to be always looking around?
No. Okay, so looking within, tell me there's a creator. Looking within where?
Maybe I just look at my own fingers and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, but that's nature. It's part of nature, isn't it? Your fingers.
Huh?
Your fingers part of nature.
Okay.
Yeah. So looking around at nature, the sun, the moon, stars, you realise, hey, somebody must have created that, and whoever did create that must be big. So
and you telling me that is more believable, or that the moment I look around, I just think I'm everything.